Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to G Slade's Indie Music Showcase. As you can see here, the studio's kind of taken apart, but we're glad you came by today. We'll get it together in time for the show. We have a great show lined up for you today. We're going to be talking to The Whips. But before that, or after that, check out the sponsor of the show, G Slade Music, over at gslade.com. Check out the latest single, Cinnamon Buns, which is what you hear right now. That's on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, wherever you need to go to get your music, and I appreciate every listener. If you want any G Slade merchandise, including merchandise from the show, check out merch.gslade.com. The link will be in the description as well. Again, just thanks for coming by today, and I hope you enjoy the show. All right. All right, let's do the show. Let's do it.
Yourself.
All right. All right, everybody. Welcome to G Slade's Indie Music Showcase. Welcome back for another episode. So glad you made it. Today we're talking to The Whips. Hey, guys.
Hey, how you doing, G Slade?
Hey, if you guys are listening on Spotify, you're missing, but all four crammed into one screen. Check out the YouTube channel if you want to see the visuals on that. But yeah, welcome to the show, guys. So where are you guys in the world?
We are currently in Lawrence, Kansas, but we are from Kansas City.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the KC on your email and figured that's what that was.
Yes.
I actually lived in St. Joseph for a while.
Wow,
Oh, nice. Really nice.
Huge
Yeah.
training camp out there, yeah.
Right. I still got family up there. My sister's actually a postal carrier up there, so
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah.
pretty familiar with it. They used to have one of my favorite music stores, actually. It was called Hastings. Did you guys ever been there?
No, I don't think I have. Yeah.
Imagine everything from every like nerdy fandom all in one store. So of course they took it away. Yeah, it was great. It was like walking around Amazon. You know what I mean?
That would be
That's
sweet.
Cool. Oh yeah.
It had graphic novels, and then it had, Funko Pops, but it also had the big ceramic ones, t-shirts. It had what do you call it when you dress up? The cosplay outfit.
Yeah.
Music, DVDs, like old school DVDs, old school video games, and new musical instruments. You could get guitars, drums.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it went out of business. I think it was like privately held, and the people that ran it were like, I don't know, we're old, let's leave, So
I was just in a music store today and playing a bass there for like an hour and a half.
What music store? Which one?
I'm blanking on the name, but I was sitting in there for like a good hour and a half slapping over
The
bass.
solo ones?
No,
Not
it
that
wasn't.
one.
But one time I went into a guitar shop with him, and I said, "Watch me rip right here," and I get on, babe, and I just totally blanked, and it was not my brightest moment, you could say.
It's a tough one. Did you ever go back?
I don't think I have. Well, I don't know, but if I do again, I will get my redemption. I will. I know I will.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing about music stores, is trying stuff out before I go buy it online for half the price.
Exactly.
I actually felt bad. I was in the market for a new Crybaby wah pedal.
I had one of those, yeah.
Yeah. So, it's the one thing I can't really emulate. I do most of my stuff, on VSTs through Adobe Audition or FL Studio, and but you can't really simulate a wah pedal, right? It's like, because you got the actual physical, you could like automate it, but that's really annoying, and I don't think it's really as like comes off as
it doesn't
natural.
sound as real. Authentic.
Yeah.
Are you talking about like for live stuff? Do you get latency from having all those effects chains?
No, I just do studio stuff and put it out digitally. Nah, dude, I got like a whole full-time career and a big family and stuff. So I just do like the DIY indie music stuff.
That's awesome.
Wrong with that.
But
Pretty much what we do.
yeah. In fact, you didn't hear it because I put it in later, but there's an ad at the beginning of the show for my music. So
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
I'm also the sponsor. Not that I'm opposed to other sponsors. If you're listening out there, Nike, looking at you.
No, yeah, we'll have to check some of it out before the show.
Yeah.
Shoot you a text. Yeah.
In fact,
Yeah.
this is actually another ad spot. Go check out the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is go check out some G Slade's music. This
Right.
is
Not to
another
plug gslade.com.
Oh, we could. How could we?
wouldn't
How
dream of
dare
plugging.
we plug www.gslade.com?
Right.
Possibly.
Yeah.
How
Or
could-
at Gslade Music on Twitter. We wouldn't dare.
We would
Yeah,
couldn't
that would
be
just be
us.
embarrassing.
Couldn't be us.
But hey, if anybody is listening, you wait until after we listen to some whips. Or the whips. I guess you can't leave the V out if it's part of the name, right? So I can't say I'm listening to some whips. I have to say I'm listening to
Yeah, I
some
guess so.
the whips or
Some
some
of the whips.
some of, I guess of. But see, I could
Some
just say
of.
I'm
Some
of them
listening to
Some of them whips, yeah.
I'm listening to some Metallica works, right? I wouldn't say I'm listening to some of Metallica. I mean, grammatically it's
Yeah.
correct, but that'd be weird. So we're listening to some of the whips.
Some of the
today.
whips. Let's hit it.
Nice. Are you guys like in a closet with the padding up and whatnot? Is that where you record, or is that like a room and I'm just looking at the wall?
Oh no, this is just a room and this is just our back wall. Where we this isn't where we record this is where we record our live covers or the EP. We do that at our location called the Funk House, which is
Is that
this,
in the video?
Yeah, that's that's our music.
Okay.
That's all of our music videos. That's where we record that's where we recorded Never Change.
Mhm.
Undisclosed.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not gonna blast that. Dozens of people watch this. I mean, millions. Yeah, I forgot. We're talking about the Crybaby pedal. So yeah, since I do it at home, it's hard to get the dynamic on automation. Long story short, I talked to a local shop owner, and she's like, "Yeah, I can get you one in by Friday for like $150." I was like, "Okay, all right." I went on eBay and I put in a bid on a one that was used one time, and with 30 seconds left, I put this bid in and got it for $56. So I think I came out of it.
Hey, there you
Yeah.
go. How you
So-
like it?
Well, I just did it today.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, literally
Shop's
like
free.
a few hours ago. So
Nice.
I hadn't even got it yet, but it's already shipped. So
I can't wait to use it.
yeah, I can't wait to use it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So Lawrence, Kansas, how far is that from Kansas City? I'm not familiar with Kansas geography.
About like 45
Yeah,
minutes.
45
west.
minutes.
Yeah.
Is it on the same interstate corridor? Like,
You could take I-70 or like K10 is like fastest route
Yeah.
from KC.
I went to a concert in Kansas City, Kansas. Does that make sense?
Ooh, what
Sprint
venue?
Center?
Knuckleheads.
No, it was like an arena, whatever the arena there is.
Oh, probably
Yeah.
the Sprint
Or
Center.
The newly
Yeah.
renovated
Yeah,
T-Mobile
T-Mobile.
Center.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was probably Sprint because this was 2007.
Yeah,
Oh,
Sprint Center.
who'd you go see?
Clapton, Eric Clapton.
Oh,
Oh,
then
no.
Definitely the Sprint
Mhm.
Center. I would think he would do the Sprint Center.
He's not playing the Midland.
No, he's
yeah.
probably not. I'm not that old. I didn't see him when he was playing clubs. Yeah, funny story there. I went there and you get your ticket and like it said like GG22 or whatever. I'm like, all right. So I get the G22 and I sit down. I'm like, I don't know why there's two G's on it. And pretty soon this person comes up, is like, you're in my seat. I'm like, I'm in G22. They're like, yeah, you're GG22. So the alphabet starts over and it keeps going higher. So I was like, oh shit. So I was like, I feel like I was looking straight down at Eric Clapton, like, I could kind of hear that. But-
I had a similar show like that. I saw the Rolling Stones at Arrowhead Stadium where the Chiefs play, and
Yeah.
I was like super high up in the thing, so I was just looking right down on them.
It's weird, and I've never seen the Stones. Was that a good show?
Oh my, incredible! One of the best I've ever seen. Yeah, I could have been sitting out in the parking lot, and I would have had just as good of a time. It was incredible. Maybe not parking.
Yeah.
Are you a Stones or a Beatles guy?
Man, I can't lie, I'm a Beatles guy.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me
me
too.
too.
Me too.
Yeah.
Big time.
The
Not that
Beatles
you can
never
go
had
s-
a bad harmony. The Stones had many.
Favorite Beatles
I mean-
song?
Oh man, come on. There's too many, really. I mean, if you broke it down by era, I guess that'd be easier. But if you said you can play one Beatles song and that's it the rest of your life, It's still hard. What about you guys?
I'm going In My Life. I'm a Rubber Soul guy. I'm a
Oh,
Rubber
that's my
Soul
favorite
guy.
album. Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
vinyl of theirs I ever bought was Rubber Soul. So good
Yeah,
choice.
I love Rubber Soul.
Mm-hmm. How
Loki,
about the rest of
the
you?
whole B-side of Abbey Road.
Mm.
Like
That, yeah, that album. Oh my
Crazy.
God.
Abbey
do
Road,
love-
yeah. Side A is awesome. Side B is all right, but they were they were going through some things. You know. It's cool though. Carry That Weight stands really good on its own. That one bit.
I think my favorite my favorite songs from that record, I think doesn't get enough attention, is Maxwell's Silver Hammer. I don't think that's enough one.
It's like,
yeah.
what,
I don't think that one. It is. It's like the second. It's like the second or third one, but I never hear anyone mention it. And I wish
I like it. I think it's funny. It's so dark, but sounds
it is.
so
A
happy.
lot of their songs are really dark, and a lot of people don't seem to pick up on that. Some of the lyrics, when you look up and like when you look into them, are like pretty messed up. It's kind of interesting.
They were interesting dudes, but you got to think Lennon was a pretty troubled guy. Ringo almost died as a baby. Like Paul had a pretty charmed life, but he did get really like disassociated when like the media started to irritate him, stuff like that. So they had some interesting perspectives on it. But I would have to go. I don't know. It's so hard. There's so many good songs, man. One of my favorites is Help.
That's probably my first Beatles song that I like. Fall in love with them, I think.
And then on that album, Hide Your Love Away is a great track too.
I also love that song. I love that entire record.
Oh yeah. But yeah, Rubber Soul's hard to beat. Most people say Revolver was their best. I always go Rubber Soul.
That's my Revolver would be my dad's favorite album if you asked him.
Yeah, and I think the White Album was very overrated. I don't know, like, don't hit me, but yeah, but yeah, I try to get the Beatles on, but they didn't get back to me. I'm like, technically you're indie, right? Because you're signed to your own label. So
I guess so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, I guess we should talk about your band or something.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Wait, we were in a band?
Yeah.
I didn't think so. I guess so.
Somebody emailed me and said this is a band. I don't know. But yeah, give me the background on the Whips. Tell me the origin story.
We've been together for a pretty long time, since about 2013, when we would have been in like the 7th grade.
I was gonna say, let me stop you right there, because you guys look like you were born in 2013.
We're 19, 20 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
You can buy the
19.
You can buy the beer pretty soon.
So we were
allegedly
we got together in the 7th grade when this guy came up to me and said, "Hey Quinn,
I got a drum set."
I've told this story so many times. He knows what I'm about to say. And I freaked out. I said yes. And ever since then we've been jamming, kind of just honestly figuring out music and how to be in the scene and how to like be a cohesive unit. I think because it takes a lot of time to figure that out, especially when you're so young doing it, just because there was no one guiding us, telling us this is what we should do, or this is how we keep ourselves happy and make good music. We were more focused on like our band name and like making shirts and like we hadn't really figured it out yet. But
how are we gonna pick up chicks with this band?
Exactly. And
singer took his shirt off on multiple occasions.
Nothing wrong with that. I still support that, just for the record. But
whatever works.
Exactly. But we've just been learning for a long time playing, and then recently we decided we were going to come out with we're debuting our first EP. And we wrote it. We're incredibly proud of it. We got a ton of amazing musicians that we loved working with on it. And we're really excited to put it out for everyone.
Awesome. Did everybody already have like instruments when you guys got together, or was that like something you had to do after you decided to be a band, you're like, well, I guess we should like get instruments and learn to play them, or
It was kind of funny. We had a lot of friends, like this was back in like the 8th grade, that could play guitar very well, and this guy was actually on like rhythm guitar, and I was trying to convince him so many times. I'm like, yo, you should pick up the bass, you should play the bass. If you don't know, Quinn is the most like talented bassist, like he's great now.
Golden Retriever.
It took a lot of edging to get this guy.
The Golden Retriever of bass. That's the name.
It took a lot of convincing, actually, like in our early stages, to get the transition from rhythm guitar to bass. And once that happened, then we picked up one of our other buddies that played lead guitar for a while, and it was kind of like a core 4. But we've kind of noticed it's very hard to keep a singer, tied down.
Yeah, singers can be divas. We have found, and we've found that the singers we have worked with have ended up being divas. Not all of them, of course, but like
most of them.
Most of them.
Whoever's out there wondering, are they talking about me? No, you're cool. They're talking about
and so eventually we just decided to cut the singer out of the equation altogether. So now every different song, different singer, different.
Kind of like the Beatles.
Artist.
The Beatles did that.
Yeah.
They all 4 of them sang at some point.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But we have so many different like artists that we have just grown to love listening to, and it's more of an honor to just have them agree to do a song with us, let alone like really come and record it. And oh god, you should hear some of like India Jane Walker sounds incredible on one of our songs, and same with Erica Colseth and like Lucy Brock are incredible singers that kill whatever we bring to them.
Yeah. Now, where do you find these? Are people or artists that you reach out to that you like cold call, or how does that work?
Well, we've been playing for a long time. We've done a lot of joint shows with people. So Lucy, we've known her since we were young. We've gone to school with her for a long time, but she also does her own side music that's incredible, and her voice is fantastic. So
vocal range is just incredible,
undeniably wild. So we've always been tight with her playing shows. India. We had played a show. We had played something called the You Matter Festival with her, which was a really awesome show that we get to do every year. That promotes mental health awareness. And Erica Colseth is another artist that he knew that also makes really cool. Alternative stuff. That we've just
like jazz fusion.
Yeah, we've just kind of like
super talented. Yeah. Just got into Berkeley.
Yeah, we've kind of just like been jamming with her over the years, and we've just kind of like known her loosely. But then once we asked her to do the record, we got a lot closer with her, and so now she does shows with us.
And it's kind of funny. 3 of the singers that are actually going to be on the record were all part of this a cappella group, which is kind of how.
Oh yeah, they did all know each other at some point. Yeah. Aiden, Erica, and Lucy, I guess would have been.
Wait, they were all on a team?
Yeah, I guess they would have been.
I want to see that.
Yeah, all of them were killers. So that must have been a good a cappella group.
Yeah, geez.
Nice. Do any of you guys sing?
Well, he sings and does. Max Indeveri over here, our very talented guitar player, does his own like solo singer-songwriter stuff that I absolutely adore, and that we get to play live with him is Max Indeveri and the Whips. But he can tell you about his own stuff, but I could not recommend it enough. I love his solo stuff. But
have you guys written together as like a band?
Oh yeah, of course. That's we wrote our EP together. We took like 2 months to each individually come up with as many different ideas as we can. Like not one was off the table.
Right.
And after that period was up, we got together, we met up, and we picked our 6 favorite, and we fleshed them out into full songs together. And then our like I said, our very talented guitar player is such an incredible lyricist, way better than any of us. Yeah. So he took them and he kind of gave them life by putting words on them. And then our very talented singers will come in and put their own twist on it, which is just as exciting as it is to see, like, it's super exciting to see like a song like kind of unfold and be born in front of you. But it's even crazier to have someone like
with their own creative
with
liberty come in,
and it's almost like it's our song, but we're the ones coming in blind to what they're about to do, and that's a really cool feeling because everyone we found we have not found someone that has disappointed us yet. So it's
yeah. No, I totally get it. I write all my songs, but I don't know, even more so when I write something and someone else sings it. I don't know, it just sounds cool. Especially if they do their own arrangement, like not just singing it to music I made, but doing like their own music and whatnot. It's very cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
For some reason I can write country lyrics very easily, but I don't do country music at all. Like, I'm playing like down-tuned guitars, to like 140 beats a minute drums, but for some reason I can write a good tune for a country singer. I have no idea, but yeah, it's fun. Yeah, music's great like that though, right? You could do cross genres and all that.
So many different things.
Yeah, when's this EP coming out?
Set to release this summer, actually, 2021. Yeah,
that's very specific.
Yes, it is.
We've still got a horn player coming in. That's the only variable here. He said to come in like somewhere in the next couple of weeks, like the 21st, I think is the date we got.
Yeah.
And so after that, it's just a matter of finding the cover art, and then algorithmically you're giving Spotify like 5 weeks is what's up. So
we got 3 singles dropping, one of which we sent to you actually. But I mean, we've already got most of the songs completely done. Like Max said, we just got to get our boy in on to get some horns, and we'll be great. Yeah.
So like trumpet, saxophone. What's he bringing?
He's doing alto.
He's doing alto, bari, and he can also play trumpet. So we're excited to see what he's got for us.
All right, so what, I mean, obviously you'll have to pick a genre when you upload this EP. What genre is it going in?
What Max described it as, which I love it, is like I would say it's just fun groove and funk, I would say.
Nice. So what bands influenced you guys to make that stuff?
Wolfpack.
Very
much Wolfpack.
Mm-hmm.
You ever heard of them?
No.
They're big time.
I can't say I have.
I didn't know who they were until like a month ago. And
how do you spell that?
I like them now.
They're like
stud. Like every single person in that band is
oh yeah,
they're
incredible.
Almost like if like Tower of Power and their intricate arrangements like when we're like produced like an ASMR track. It's like everything's very soft and low volume, but fits in perfectly to like make a syncopation and a groove that really works well.
I got you. How do you spell that band name?
VULFPECK.
I'll check them out.
They're crazy.
They're incredible.
Amazing. They have a whole, and that's the cool thing about them too, is they tour maybe 10 days out of the entire year because they're a super group of all amazingly talented musicians that each bring their own attributes to the table. And that was kind of part of the foundation for what our concept is, which is, well, we're musicians and we know that musicians like frequently we're looking for work and looking for something to do with our passions. And so it's like, well, why don't we just get these people we know who have amazing other projects that they're working on to come sing over a funk record,
Right on. Yeah, writing music's a lot of fun. I find writing lyrics to almost be a chore at the end of the fun, because you have to write words for these songs. And because for me, I do the music first, and then I'm like, well, I guess I'll write some lyrics for it.
Not for this guy. This guy, he amazes me every time with his lyricism and some of the concepts and wordplay he can come up with. It's I cannot praise his songwriting enough. I love it.
Who inspired you to write like that?
Well, this project was actually different for me because I'm used to writing for my solo stuff, which is like singer-songwriter, like John Mayer trio-esque, like roots-inspired singer-songwriter stuff, which is like that genre is very get introspective and be meaningful. Whereas for this record, I mean, sometimes Quinn came to me with a prompt, like for Go Fix Yourself. He's like, I want you to write just like an absolute FU tune to an X, just like a, like, and then instantly my mind goes to like the whole CeeLo Green train and like that type of just kind of like snarkiness about like a very cocky FU song, and so that fueled that. But then the cool part about this project to me is, since it's so much about having fun and being in the groove and locked in the pocket, it doesn't have to get introspective. And so I can do concepts, I can do things that I normally wouldn't do. Like Two Strokes is a song that's on the record that's about having car sex and finishing in 2 strokes.
That's true.
Which is, I think we can all relate to that, you know. Right? No, and then but then
I can't
like,
say I've ever had sex with a car. No.
Yeah. But then like, I don't know, like Well Enough is another song on the record that's like a cheating song, but it's from the perspective of like a private detective almost, which is really silly and really fun.
Yeah, it could be fun though.
By myself, but with the genre and with the setting, it fits. And this project gave me so much freedom to write just really fun, like entertaining things that didn't have to be that heavy, you know?
Yeah. Do you guys do anything heavy at all? What do you know, anything on the album, you know, even, or is it all funky, or does any of it get heavier?
No, like we have a song, like I mentioned, India Jane Walker does a song called Broken, which is about depression. And at the end, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call that a funk song. And I mean, it goes off pretty hardcore rhythmically at the end and like instrumentally.
And also, like, there's another song called Not What I Have Done on the record, which is really kind of like an FU to the industry world.
To like to corporate America. Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
Yeah, corporate America will get you.
Yeah.
It's a love-hate relationship for me because I like all this cool shit that I have, you know.
But also, you know, screw the man.
Right. Yeah, see, it's a weird dichotomy for myself because I'm a information technology director at work. So like I am the man in a way, but again, I'm also like a rebellious
like
spirit.
rock and roll, yeah.
Right. I always say that I became the boss because I can't stand having one.
That's pretty badass. That's kind of badass.
Right. I can't stand people telling me what to do.
No, you tell them what to do. Exactly.
Yeah. So now, you know, I got, you know, most of the time when you work at a big company, you know, you have your manager, you're like your shift manager and their manager and the store manager. Use like 3 or 4 people that have this authority over you. But I only have one, and my GM, she's awesome and lets me run IT because she has no idea what we're doing. You know, like she's a marketing person and lets me do my thing. So it's really good. But we're part of a big corporation, and I have my own, you know, aggravate. I was just complaining about corporate stuff today, you know, because we, you know, send the corporation a lot of money, and they send a little bit back to us, you know. But yeah, but no, I get it. I mean, that's a lot of music is like anti-establishment, right?
Yeah, it's rock and roll.
You gotta have a FU song.
Yeah, of course.
You can't be a pro corporation band. Like, we love Target, please.
Right. Metallica wouldn't have got far with Stocks and Bonds as an album, or Depreciation, you know, asset depreciation. It's kind of weird though, you know, because if you say you guys put out this EP and 10 million people stream it, and, you know, suddenly you're, you know, I don't know what, you know, you're on the Grammys or whatever, and you start making millions of dollars. I mean, then you're kind of part of the industry.
Yeah.
And,
I suppose,
you know,
yeah. And well, I mean, that's the irony of it. Isn't that selling out? I think that term is called selling out.
You know, selling out's a weird thing. I think, but at the same token, if you have, like, say you have a favorite band that no one's ever heard of, you know, the Pink Cadillacs or whatever, I don't know, and say you've seen every show, you're like, I can't believe no one is listening to the Pink Cadillacs, you know, and then they get big and everybody's listening to them. You're like, oh, they sold out. You know, it's like, no, they just got popular. Like that's what's
a double-edged sword. And you can't win. Sometimes with like is bands, when that happens, it's hard to win with some people, but you can't make everybody happy. And but the great thing is whenever someone is unhappy with something, there is usually going to be someone that is happy with it or does like it.
Yeah,
which is a good thing.
Music fans are weird. I mean, we're all music fans, so I guess we're all weird. But if you never change, you get criticized for never changing, and if you do change, you get criticized for like getting away from your core, right? You know, for not sticking to your true nature or whatnot. And every band goes through that, I think. I've been like binging through Metallica's discography, just whatnot, you know. And their stuff definitely changed over the years, but I always thought it was like Metallica, even though they were accused of selling out. I'm like, yeah, you gotta be crazy.
It's just to people's ears. I mean, they can claim all they want, but Metallica's still doing just fine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they're selling out.
I'm not sure they're too worried about it.
And also just like, I feel like a lot of that comes from like when people like a record a whole lot, they want everything the band makes after that to sound like the same record.
Yeah.
And it's
that's
like
true.
artistically, that's never going to happen.
It's impossible, right?
That's like the real selling out, is if you find a sound and then all of a sudden you're just writing the same 10 songs until you die. It's like, nah, I don't want to do that, man.
That's why I like the Beatles so much. I mean, the Beatles put out like what, 8 or 9 different albums, like Schizophrenia, and then they just quit. And then they're like, yeah, that was it. That was the Beatles. And, you know, they didn't care about how's this going to affect my fame or fortune. And everybody was still rich and famous, even Ringo.
They earned it. I mean, they if there's anybody that can just hop up and say, okay, we're done now, it's them.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I don't think they've done enough.
you don't
the
think
Beatles
enough,
could contribute more.
Yeah, I would love to see what Lennon would do with modern technology.
I just found out today that Paul McCartney is coming out with an album that is just a whole like record of cover songs from modern artists that put their own spin on his songs. That's great. And the first one was a Dominic Fike covering Kiss of Venus, and it's great. That's great. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah.
I like a good cover, as long as you do like make it your own, not so much karaoke, you know.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we try and do with our live covers that we put out with music videos. We'll take a song that we love, and we'll find a singer that we think would be great on that song, and we'll put our own little spin on it.
And speaking of covers, so one of the tracks you sent me, Hopelessly Devoted to You, is from Greece. And
it is, yes.
You know, when I think 19-year-old band members in 2021, they're going to do a cover, I don't like, that's the farthest thing from, oh yeah, they'll probably do Grease.
Yeah.
How did that happen? I mean, and by the way, Lucy does a great job on it. You know, I listened to it and she sounds phenomenal, but how did that happen?
Well, it was really popular, like Coop said, on an app called TikTok, which we have
I know what TikTok is.
Yeah,
man.
of course. Yeah, we are the Whip Talker, so we call it, has been doing pretty well. Got like 6,500 followers, like over 100,000, over 150,000 likes.
On TikTok.
I'm pulling up TikTok right now. How do I find you?
It was the Whips Official. You can find us under, yes. The Whip Official. It came from a mix of that, and I had just really liked the song, and I came to everyone with it. And
she performed in Greece.
And she did Greece, but that was that I didn't really think about that before. I didn't really think about it. I forgot about that.
All right, guys, I'm following you right now. I don't know if you can see that. Well, it's all right.
Yo!
Thank you.
One new follower.
You're only following 3 people, and I'd be the coolest guy ever if you follow me back. But anyway, you guys can think about that.
We're following him. He doesn't even do it. He just has like an account. Him who had he's kind of low-key famous on TikTok, and Max and DeVary, who also makes his TikToks, but no, which I love, which are hilarious.
They're funny.
They're actually hilarious.
Successful,
But
burst out laughing.
I should let Coop tell you about his TikTok, because if I'm not mistaken, he has 650,000 followers and over 9 million likes.
Wow, I was about to congratulate y'all on all the likes and follows, but that's nothing. Hey, I'd
let Coop tell you
it's
about.
good stuff.
Yeah.
So before I say anything, I think TikTok is the way how we're gonna be famous.
There we go,
I'm just
calling it
kidding.
now, huh?
Plan. Okay. So I started, TikTok was blowing up in like 2019, just the app itself. So one day I got bored and I made a new account where I just played piano, and I played a bunch of different movie themes like Warner Brothers and Columbia, Marvel, Disney, and it blew up and it got 3.4 million likes the next day. And
Holy
I got
shit.
about 400,000 followers that next day. And then
Wow.
over the past 2 years, I've gotten 200,000 followers.
Yeah. So have you been able to monetize that yet?
Yeah. So I get a lot of sponsors and stuff. So I've been
That's
sent
crazy.
keyboards, microphones, water bottles, like, a bunch of stuff to sponsor. TikTok also pays me not too much. I've only gotten paid like $400 from TikTok, not too much. But they only pay you like 3 cents per 1,000 views. So it's like nothing. But, I'm
Right.
trying to get them all to go to the Whips page and my YouTube channel and my Instagram, because that's the stuff that'll pay you.
Yeah, it's all about getting the people
Well,
from
here's
the
what I
app
need y'all to do.
entertain.
Yeah, I need you to TikTok about this podcast on your account because
Yeah,
you guys
don't worry.
you guys are killing me on followers
We
there.
will, yeah, of course.
I made a joke that since I'm about to be 39 in April, I would be on senior citizen TikTok.
No.
Yeah, most of the people on there are like
for everybody.
most of the people on there are like 15 though, or at least the famous.
No.
ones. Yeah.
Actually, believe it or not, everyone uses TikTok. Like I have like some teachers from school that are like 60 and they're like, I saw your TikTok yesterday. And I'm like, wow.
Well, mine is simple. It's at G Slade Show. And I don't keep it up enough. I try to add like little pictures of whatever my guests are and put some of their music, if it's available to TikTok. The most success I've had on there is this single called Cinnamon Buns that I did. And it's just this goofy track I wrote, and then my daughter liked it and wanted to be able to listen to it when she was at her mom's. So I put it on Spotify, so that distributed over to TikTok. And when people do like baking videos with cinnamon rolls and things like that, they put my song in the background. And look, I'm so out of touch on that. I didn't even know that was a thing. And my wife was like, look, see, you can see if people use your song. And I'm like, holy crap, like strangers are using my song.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see. That's a great way to to get your music out there, is to have big people on TikTok use your song.
Yeah, like
I had a song that was called Evil Queen, and then all of a sudden a few people were like doing makeup tutorials. About like Disney princesses and shit. And I was like, I don't know these people.
Yeah, like the thing about a TikTok trend is like when a trend gets big on TikTok, everyone knows about it, even people who don't use TikTok, because you're gonna see ESPN post TikTok trends. Like it's weird, but they just do.
Well, yeah, they're making their way into my Instagram. Like I'm a big Instagram user, and most of the videos that come up are TikTok.
The reels, the Instagram kind of Instagram kind of poached that feature from like TikTok, the reels. Yeah. But like reels are, so we use the reels and they actually do pretty well. So I mean, reels are, the algorithm on reels is really weird, and I haven't really figured it out yet, but it works really well. I don't know how it works, but it weirdly works well. Yeah.
Let's do it.
So reels are something that any musician should probably look into using.
Like 100 likes in a minute and then it dies.
But still, but it's interesting to see, for sure.
Nice. Well, I know who I need to work with now.
Of course, yeah.
I'm like, do you need some like old man growly metal vocals on a song one day? Call me.
Yeah, just throw them on all the tracks.
Our motto is, you're already in the band. I mean, you're already in the band.
Nice. Cool. We were talking about
Hopelessly Devoted
to You.
Yes.
So obviously that's one of the more famous songs from Grease, sung by the ridiculously talented Olivia Newton-John. I assume you guys have at least seen the movie, right?
Of course. Well,
of
course, yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Of course, yeah.
So what's your favorite part?
Probably Grease Lightning. Probably
that.
Probably
that.
Say the
same thing.
Yeah, it's a great scene, and I love that song.
Yeah, I don't think you think they could put that movie out today. New.
Yeah, they'd probably have to change some stuff. No, they'd probably have to change some stuff.
Oh yeah,
because I think people would probably get pretty upset over it today. But I think for the most part, they could probably.
I think the cast is like 100% white, right?
Oh, is
I
it?
did not know.
Oh, I
That's
didn't
kinda
even.
tough.
I didn't know that either.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then
Yeah.
there's
I
another
mean,
thing they
they
probably
could-
wouldn't have been too hot on. Yeah.
They could definitely change it. Like, there's a new West Side Story coming out, directed by who
Oh
was it directed?
yeah.
Steven Spielberg?
I don't. Is he doing it? I don't
No,
know
no,
if
no,
he's
no,
doing
no.
the new West Side
It's
Story.
either. It's a big director that's
But
directing,
they
but they
could-
definitely have to change a
They
lot
could
with that.
remake it, and they could. I'm sure they could
Mhm.
add other stuff to it or change some of the songs. I mean,
Actually, I don't know.
you would think that like a classic like that couldn't be like songs like that probably couldn't be messed with, but I mean, like they just might.
Yeah, no, they're great songs. And the only bad part to me about Grease was Grease 2.
There was a Grease.
I
too?
cannot say I have seen a Grease
I've not
too.
seen
I
Grease 2.
cannot. I cannot
You're
say.
not,
I've seen
I
it.
mean, Michelle.
Are we
Pfeiffer's
missing
in it.
out? No, you
No,
wouldn't think
you're
so?
not. No, you're not. You're not missing out on it.
Who's directing West Side Story?
Steven Spielberg.
Oh, it was Steven Spielberg. There you go.
Nice. Have you watched that film about his career?
No, I don't think I have actually.
It's pretty good. Pretty good
I'll
stuff.
have to check it out. Yeah.
It's amazing how many like in one class or like this one group of filmmakers back in the 70s was like Spielberg, George Lucas.
Directors Guild.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I
Yeah,
just knew
George
they were-
Lucas was kicked out of it. I'm pretty sure, but
Oh,
you keep going.
I think these were just like friends, like
Oh, these are
and
just
then
friends. This wasn't the
Scors-
actual Directors Guild.
Scorsese, like
Scorsese,
people, people that were all like nobodies and just like believed in each other, and now
Yeah, it's
they're like
crazy.
the hugest of the huge.
Yeah, and they were
Here
all
they
friends
are, huh?
too.
Now they're all sold out. They're all sold out, right?
yeah.
Sold
Now they
out.
all sold out too. Huh?
Yeah.
And John Williams did every Steven Spielberg movie basically. I mean,
If we ever sell out, I hope you're there to call us out on it. And bring us back. Bring us back down to earth.
yeah.
I'd be like, I had 12 followers when I talked to them, and I still have 12 followers. I'm real. The dozen of us are the only real ones. No, I think that is what my TikTok has, like 12 followers, but I don't do it enough, and I'm not doing anything like very clever on it. It's just like,
Sorry, could I give you a tip for a second?
yeah.
All right, here's a
Just the
tip.
Yeah.
If you notice, how many views have your TikToks gotten? Could I just like
All together or
Yeah, let's just say, because your account could be shadow banned. In shadow ban, some people think it's not a real thing, but sometimes it is. So like it might be
yeah.
hard for your account to blow up. You could like start a whole new TikTok and then blow up and be famous tomorrow.
So how does one get shadow banned? And
TikTok
why would that
just is like,
happen?
we don't want too many people to be famous, so they just randomly select accounts to not have videos blow up, and it's really stupid.
So
And that's theories people have had, but we're pretty sure that's how it works.
the biggest video I have, and this is gonna sound like you guys will bully me about
No,
this.
no.
No, of course not.
It's like 618 plays is the most I've ever gotten
Okay,
on
yeah, no,
one.
That's not bad at all.
No,
That means
of
your
course
account
not.
is not shadow banned. My very
Alright.
first account was. So you're
just
good.
means
You know,
it isn't. Just
if you
means it
post-
isn't popular.
Any of your videos could blow up if it has really good potential, like it should. Like do
Yeah,
really
I
well.
mean it's pretty like sometimes we'll make a video and we'll think to ourselves for the whip talk and we'll think, okay, this will be pretty good.
yeah.
And like sometimes it'll do
Lots
pretty
of
well.
effort, like for certain
But-
videos.
but
Bob
some-
Ross one, we don't know what we're talking about.
Sometimes we'll put a ton of effort into one, like a Bob Ross one we kind of did, like
That
the
one was
Joy
hard.
of Funk. Yeah, we did. We
Yeah.
spent like an hour trying
Okay.
to get like this
Put a little
perfect,
bass
like
right
Joy
there.
of Funk parody.
Yeah.
And it did horribly. It
Yeah, and it's not
did like
fair
it was like
because-
it did super shitty, which is we couldn't tell you why. But then we'll put like
A 10-second video of
Yeah.
Miles walking.
we'll do like a
Yeah.
we'll do like a
Walked up the
7-clip
stairs.
short promotional video for Hopelessly Devoted. And that'll get like
3,000.
100,000 views on
Oh,
TikTok
yeah.
and like 3,000 likes, and we're
It's
like
so
you-
dumb. TikToks.
and
What do we-
followers because
and a
of
ton
that.
of followers from
Yeah.
it.
Are you optimizing like with hashtags, or do you even bother
Oh
with that?
yeah. Make sure you only do like 4 to 5 hashtags. Too many could like scare the For You page away. Yeah.
We
sorry.
like to-
Just another segment. Like it's like the Loch Ness monster or something.
what I love about Coop's brain is that whenever we make TikToks or whenever we're trying to make content, his ideas are always, people are gonna love this, or our audience is gonna really dig if we do a cover of this. It's never like, oh, I would love to do this song, or like I think this song would be really cool. It's
Mhm.
he's thinking
about the consumer.
Yeah, about
Yeah,
the
and it's
consumer.
also what we love to do at the same time. So you know, it's
We're
like
just lucky,
we enjoy
yeah.
it, but also we're doing it for the audience.
We're lucky
I like
that
playing
we're
it.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
we got to
we're
that
lucky.
Mario or the
Zelda?
Mario Kart.
Yeah, I know.
Or
it was a
Mario Kart
Kart,
too.
Yeah,
That
we
was
did,
fun.
yeah, we
Mario
did.
Kart, that
to
was
do.
fun.
Sometimes
yeah.
we'll do one for
Coconut
his
Mall.
TikTok, and sometimes we'll do them for
Yeah.
ours.
Yeah.
But we're lucky that what we like to make just so happens to be the stuff that other people like to make. So he'll throw
Nice.
out an idea, and we'll all be like, "Hell yeah, let's do it."
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my one of my daughters does TikTok. I think she's relatively successful on there. You know, she has so many hundreds or thousands. I don't know. She does like makeup transitions and
Yeah. I
um
mean, you can use TikTok for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. The whip talk, baby, to the moon.
I feel like before your guys' career is over, you got to do like a 80s style artwork album cover and a song called The Whipped Cream. I don't know. I just feel like that should happen.
I'll have
The
to.
whip-
I'll have to
that-
write that
remember that.
down.
Write it
I'll
down
have to
now.
write that
Oh,
down
that
then.
sounds
Very
no.
much like we're saying something that's entendre. What is the whipped cream?
No one. That's what the beauty of it. It's interpretive.
It's
It's interpretive.
People would come to find out, I think, you know.
Yes,
Um,
they
Definitely come to
would.
find
Yes,
out
they
for
would
sure.
come to find out. Yes.
I can't stop it. Anyway. Oh man. I don't know where I was going next, so it's probably a good time to play a song, right?
Yeah, let's do
Let's
it.
play a song.
So I'm just gonna play it. I don't have any like cool transitions. I'll edit something in. But,
Go for it.
we'll just kind of be staring at each other awkwardly. But let's play "Hopelessly Devoted to You" because that's one we were talking about. Now, tell me real quick before we play that though. Tell me, you said you went to school with Lucy Brock, and that's how you guys hooked up.
Yeah, well,
work
we
together.
went to school with her, and we've also done a ton of shows with her, which is
Mhm.
her playing solo stuff, but then she's also done live shows with us. Because when we do live shows, it's just like it's a huge thing. We get a bunch of people to do it, her included. Just go nuts with as many different musicians on stage as we can. So we knew like when the second we thought Hopelessly Devoted, Lucy, definitely. She's a killer.
Yeah, she has a really soulful voice,
Yeah, big
especially
time.
for someone so young, you know.
That
Yeah.
her range is just undeniably good.
And you
That's
said
what's-
she does solo stuff on her own.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, it's pretty great too. I think she's got a whole record coming out. I know
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she does. I'm not sure exactly who produces it, but she was telling me about it, and I think she played me like a few like clips of some of her upcoming songs. They're really good. She's already got some stuff out though that you can check out. She's great.
You have to send her my way, and
Yeah,
we'll get
for
her.
sure.
We'll get her on the show and put the spotlight on her for an episode. Does
would
she
be
also have a wildly successful TikTok?
I'm not sure. I don't know if she's on TikTok. That's a great question.
We should look it up.
I don't know if she is. We'll tell her to get on it. We'll tell her to get on that.
Nice. Well, I'm gonna play "Hopelessly Devoted to You," featuring Lucy Brock and the Whips, and we'll be right back.
Guess mine is not the first heart broken. My eyes are not the first to cry. I'm not the first to know there's just no getting over you. You know I'm just a fool who's willing to sit around and wait for you. But baby, can't you see? And there's nothing else for me to do. I'm hopelessly devoted to you. But now there's nowhere to hide since you pushed my love aside. I'm out of my head. I'm hopelessly devoted to you.
That was impressive.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah.
So who's doing like the, live mixing for you guys when you're recording something like that?
That is our very talented engineer, Chris Cosgrove.
Quinn's
He does, he is an Emmy nominated music engineer, head audio engineer at the Bridge and PBS in Kansas City.
If you own audio engineering for dummies,
Oh
he
yeah,
edited that
he literally edited the
He
book.
wrote the
I did
He
not know
literally-
that. Yeah, I
he
know. It's
quite
crazy.
literally wrote the book on
Nice.
on audio engineering. He edited
showed
audio
us and we were
engineering
so
for dummies.
surprised.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's pretty cool. But he's perfect. I mean, he does everything. He knows our sound perfectly. We have all the things that we need. He runs the funk house perfectly. Like we have all the gear there, and he handles it great. He mixes all of our stuff. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm gonna have to read that one. That's where I struggle. Like writing, recording, all that's fun and easy, and then I like have to mix it, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
it's a real process. And the thing, I don't know, like I mix my own shit, and the
Mhm.
thing that I learn is like you learn enough to know that you don't know enough, and then you learn enough to think that you know enough, and then you learn more and you realize that you didn't know shit.
Right.
it
I'm
just
kind of
goes
confused
in
on
a
what you
circle.
just said. Like,
Don't
what?
question it.
No.
And then you learn how to EQ, right? After all that, like you start equalizing. Because for me, I was always just trying to do it with the volumes and like equalizing. I was like, I'm too lazy to go through and like figure out what frequencies to take out and all that. But I've really started more lately to do that and focus on the actual sound quality. And it's amazing what you can do with that. You can go from just hearing it to feeling it, right? Give it real texture.
Yeah, brings the songs to life. The right mix can just really
I
like.
learned gain staging.
Well, that's what I was
Gain
gonna say.
staging
Gain
totally
staging
changes the
It's
game.
half the battle, is just
That
getting the
just
levels right.
Yep. Grouping tracks.
That's
Yeah.
true. Keep it out of the red while you're recording it. It's a lot easier. One thing I was told is that, you can always turn it up when you're mixing it.
That's true. Yeah, that is very true.
You don't have to like blow your speakers out recording it.
That's big time something that we learned recording with Chris is like you do not have to
She's
play
like
loud.
a whisper singer almost.
I said Chris.
Oh, with Chris.
What did you think I said?
I don't know, actually.
Nice. No, that's something we've learned recording with Chris is that we don't have to blow it out for it to sound good because
Crazy person.
all you got to do is just turn it up in the mix. I mean, it's not.
I always feel bad like I'm taking part of the song out because I like to hear and feel like that guitar crunch and feel the drum hit me while I'm recording it. But I mean, you really, if you turn it down, you can always boost it and it gives you more room, right? I interviewed an audio engineer on one of my previous episodes, a guy named Daniel Holsinger, and man, that man was a wealth of knowledge, and I'm sure I just tapped like 1% of it. He's worked with people like John Legend, so I mean,
oh my gosh,
he's the real deal. I was privileged to have him on the show. You guys should definitely check that episode out if you get a chance.
Oh yeah, for sure.
absolutely.
Yeah, wow.
And all the listeners at home should also check out that episode too.
Yeah.
yeah, big time. It'd be a shame if they didn't.
It's a real shame.
If you don't,
We'd be personally.
we will find out if you don't.
Yeah, then they'll kick you out of the band.
Yep, you won't be. Everyone will be in the woods except for
No
you.
mo.
No.
Actually, man, we got hours of great episodes in the archives. gsladeshow.com. There's so many different genres and international too. Like, it's not just American guests, so it's fun. I think I learned something from every guest, that I can apply to my own music. The TikTok thing's been really fascinating talking to you guys about that. And it makes sense that you say like the less effort, it seems to come out better because music is like that. I feel like when I write a song, like when I write pop music, which I rarely do, just write like synthesized digital pop, I write that with my 11-year-old daughter in mind is going to be the audience. And like everybody loves it, like adults. And I'm like, so this is the key to success. You write for children.
Yeah.
Adults are like, yeah, I love it.
So when they listen to, we're at an age where you can get anything you want at your fingertips. I mean, like there are no restrictions to music anymore. You can just have whatever you want. So I think people are a lot pickier and I don't think people are as willing to listen to something that might challenge them anymore. I mean, it's hard to admit, but I mean, when everything becomes so easy like that, I mean, there is no more like there's nothing else pushing you to like try new things. So I think songs that are really just kind of rhythmically easy, that as musicians we don't think are like our favorites, a lot of other people will love, because it's easy to remember, it's easy to get down, they got it in their head, you know.
Right.
And as opposed to the songs that we write that like are super complicated and that we might love, you know, people might not love those ones.
Yeah.
We have a song coming out on the record called Godzilla versus Mothra, which is a bass solo battle between me and a guy named Murphy Smith, who's great. And that one is one for us that we really love, but like we know it's a very different style of song than any of the other ones on the record, so it's kind of a different demographic. And like when it comes out, you know, we could be wrong, but I'm expecting that one to probably have a lot different reach and demographic than the other ones do. You know what I'm saying? Because the other ones are more of just like, you can pop them in and listen to them, and it's not as much thought behind them. But I mean, in a song in like a bass solo battle, I mean, like that's more of a song for a musician.
Right.
I mean, it's for everybody, but I mean, like a musician would, I think, really appreciate it.
Now, are you using a lot of like inline effects on your bass?
Not a ton. No, I play pretty clean, and I think Chris just adds to the mix. I think I'll pick I have a fantastic Fender 500 Rumble. Yeah, and so it has any amp that I could possibly want. So I'll pick my favorite amp for the song, and I'll play pretty clean, and anything I'll want, or maybe Chris might think would sound good in the mix, I'll throw it in.
I got you.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself ever expanding getting yourself a pedal board for more like live?
Oh, well,
dynamics?
I do. Yeah, I have a Vox pedal that is like an all-in-one kind of thing, because I found with pedal boards that I just get pretty distracted pretty easily, and I would kind of much rather just focus on what I'm playing. But my Vox pedal board has everything I need. It's got a wah-wah pedal. It's got a ton of different effects, pedals to mess with my effects. I mean, any pedal that I would probably want to buy for like an effect, my Vox probably has it.
Nice.
So I've been pretty okay.
Yeah, I've seen pedal boards get pretty out of hand.
Yeah, they can be.
They're pretty cool though. I used to know this band. It was just two guys, and one played guitar and one played bass. But I think they both had like 10 pedals hooked up at one time, along with these big ass cabinets.
Yeah, so you know, guitarists might hate me for saying this, but I mean, I just like to keep it simple. You know, I don't like to muddy it up with too many pedals. I mean, I like to keep it simple.
Especially with the stuff we're playing, it's mostly about, you know, if you look through the history of funk music, you know, Jamerson, Pino Palladino, fucking who's the other guy who played the chicken, Jaco Pastorius?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't know. Yeah.
All those legends were playing with clean tones, so that way you can get the full curve of like,
yeah,
he's hitting this ghost note here, he's hitting this groove here. You know, that's the intricacy of the playing, and that's something I think Quinn does better than anyone is. His feel and his playing is so damn good.
Nice. Yeah, not me. I just do power chords. Just so you could like bang your head to it. That's what I want out of music. Actually, one of the guys that works for me, he's a bit younger than I am. He's 25, and he introduced me to this band. What are they called? Snarky something?
Snarky Puppy. Yeah, Snarky Puppy. Yeah, they're funky as hell.
So he was playing them, and I was like, "What is this? Like, it keeps changing."
Yeah, it's that they're pretty groovy.
Yeah, it was like 30 people in a room with like headphones on, just like, yeah. And I'm like, what are they getting into? Yeah, I listened to it and I can appreciate like the musicianship of it. I just grew up on hair metal, so I think it's hard to like, transition, I mean,
Snarky Puppy, I mean, has a pretty like similar thing to what we're trying to kind of go for, which is like, I mean, not like stylistically, I mean more in just like the collaboration wise, everyone in a room like doing some funk,
right?
And like the collaboration wise, not like the music. I wouldn't say that's too
they
similar.
add like the math rock element.
Yeah, which I would say the Snarky Puppy does funk, and I think so do we. But where I think they differ is I think they have math rock, like he said, and I think we try and incorporate more of soul and groove into it, which was what
Right.
we're a lot better at.
Or like a 4 on the floor pocket, like straight ahead train, and they're crazy.
They're just all over the
crazy.
place, but
Yeah.
it works fantastic. It works.
That
great.
drummer, they got that drummer they had in the one video I saw. He was into it, man. He knew, like, a drummer that understands how to use the notes of the drums, is ridiculously good.
That's why
I
we're
see-
lucky we got
yeah.
Miles Danger
Yeah.
Patterson over here.
MVP,
He's a
baby.
Danger.
killer. Miles
Danger.
Danger Patterson. That's him.
Danger.
Now, is the danger related to the drums, or is that a whole other story?
No, it's just his middle
No,
name.
it's no. I think Max came up with that. I think he just proclaimed it one day, and we were like, "That's awesome."
They all had nicknames, and I had to give one to Miles, and I was like, well, what if Danger was his middle name? Miles Danger Patterson, baby.
It's funny psychologically. It probably incentivizes you, Max, without you even knowing, to be danger. You know what I mean? 'Cause you're like,
Yeah, it might
mentally, you're like, I have to live up. I am Max Danger. So, because if they named you like Max Puppy, you'd be really, like understated. Try to be pouty and cute, but danger, you gotta like be dangerous.
Miles Danger Patterson,
Miles
that's
Danger
him.
Patterson,
So, who are your favorite drummers?
I've been following Nate Smith a lot, but I love the energy and just the charisma of Trey Cool from Green Day. Like, gotta bring it back.
Trey.
That guy is a
Yeah, he's
character.
awesome. I love Trey. Cool.
Green Day
Carlin
was
White
awesome.
for
I love
Kendrick
Trey.
Lamar, just like introducing jazz, but to like hip hop. Oh my gosh, like I love because I'm a huge hip hop listener, just rap, like 90s R&B, like that's kind of where my inspiration comes from. But just like kind of learning from drummers like Nate Smith, like I said, just like about just like tasteful ways to use ghost notes is just kind of, it's making my playing a lot better. So that's
Now, for the
Cool guy to
listener, the layperson out there, can you explain ghost notes?
I mean, yeah, they're just like, I mean, probably
Max
is
is
just
the
like,
biggest music theory guy
just-
who can probably explain it in the most cohesive way.
yeah.
All right, bet. So ghost notes. I mean, typically on drums, the most common beat is what's called a backbeat. That's kick, snare, kick, snare,
Right.
boots and cats, and boots and cats, and
Mhm.
but the whole entire time the motor of the beat is going like sugar digga, sugar digga, sugar digga, sugar digga, sugar digga, sugar digga, which is like 16th notes. That's that rhythm. And so ghost notes are like lighter notes on the drums. They're designed to accentuate the in-betweens between the boots and cats to make that time feel more solid,
Adds a feel.
and add kind of a what's called a pocket to it, which is just the bounce in your body when you're like dancing 1, 2, 3, 4, not like that, but it's
Yeah.
that's those ghost notes are what make you feel the in between and help accentuate the 2 and 4, which is what I mean. I guess funk music is all about the 1 if you're talking about like Bootsy era stuff, but the boots and the backbeat is what's supported by the ghost notes, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I was always amazed at how much just the, hi-hat will bring a beat together.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
you just cut that out of a beat and it almost sounds completely different. Even if
The
it's
key-
just,
I think the key to funk music, period, is ghost notes. I think if you want to make a song funky, I mean like funky, ghost notes all the way. It will turn your bass line into a funkadelic masterpiece. It'll turn your drum beat into something that you could just dance on for hours. It'll turn your guitar into something that'll make your head spin. I
Maybe
mean,
your next now.
I mean, like it ghost notes are the key to funk.
It's
nice.
It's just
So-
the next level.
Yeah, I would say for me, my bass is pretty straightforward, but I'm also a one-man band. I got to do all the layers, right?
Yeah, of
Uh,
course.
So
Yeah,
it's hard to
Max is right.
specialize in every. All right, it's hard to specialize every layer if you're the only one doing it. Even if I had like one person, I think it would make. Actually, my collaborations are a lot better than my solo stuff, I think.
That's
but,
how ours
I'm
usually are too.
biased.
I mean,
So yeah, my bass is pretty straightforward. I might do like maybe throw a fifth note in, with the roots every now and then, but I try to be more intricate with the guitar itself. But drums is something I've definitely tried to expand on instead of just doing the backbeat like you were talking about, especially with metal, right? I don't know if you guys are into, like fast metal, thrash metal, anything like that, but those are really talented drummers,
Yeah,
Yeah.
blast
Oh
beat
my
techniques,
God,
oh my
that's
gosh.
the end. Those guys are insane. Those guys, there's something I will the footwork on those guys. I can
The
never understand.
syncopation, like it's just the
Being
syncopation is
able
incredible.
to play that fast and keep it in time and keep it going on
The
that
like linear fills of metal drummers like fascinate me.
Yeah,
Just,
it's
the way they're,
it's
like
yeah.
just all over the place, but it's I mean, I don't listen to much, but like from what I like have listened to and the things that I have watched live concerts like on YouTube and stuff, it's just absolutely
No metal, yeah,
killer.
metal can get pretty
Yeah.
can get pretty complicated a lot of the times. Just as complicated
Pretty
as
badass.
anything that we were
It's-
talking about with like
Oh, yeah.
snarky puppy or
Yeah.
anything we play. It's just
they'll
a
just
different-
switch time
Yeah,
right
it's
in the
just
middle.
a different form.
you know?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's. I mean, the drummer would be going. There are some songs where drummers just shock me, and then there are some like metal bassists who are like playing
Mhm.
like tapping lines that I just blow my mind. And like metal
Yeah.
guitar players, I mean, don't even get me started.
If you hadn't checked out, the stuff Cliff Burton did before he died, he was the original Metallica bassist.
Yeah. Oh my God, he was
That dude
incredible.
was ridiculous. I mean, he would do those taps, solos on
Yeah.
bass, and you'd think he was a lead, guitarist. And Lars from, I don't know, I've talked about Metallica a lot, just been listening to him, but and watch Lars drive live on drums.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. They weren't even the fastest, but as far as just talent and intricacies and things like that, they were really good.
I've
and you
never
could
had
probably
the
apply that to what you're doing, just probably not as fast as they were doing, I'm guessing.
I've never had the pleasure to see Metallica live in concert. I would love to though. That would be an experience.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I bet the metal community is having a really tough time during COVID right now because a metal live stream would not hit as well as a live show.
Yeah.
Can't
Yeah, I
buy
went
that.
to a festival in late 2019 that was mainly metal acts. It was like 80s headliners that closed the show. It was like a 3-night, festival out there where they have, I think it's Bonnaroo outside of Nashville, Tennessee.
That's awesome, man.
That's super cool,
I went
yeah.
out one time.
Yeah, and it was like mainly metal bands there, like Whitechapel and Gojira, and I Hate God wasn't there, but Lamb of God was there, and Seether and people like that. So it was a pretty amazing show.
Sounds like
When was the last time you guys got to play live? Was it? I'm guessing it was pre-pandemic.
Pretty recently.
pretty
Did you
recently,
get to play
actually.
recently?
Yeah.
Okay.
We
How'd
got to
that work out?
play really well. We played a show under Max and DeVary and the Whips. So when we don't, whip shows are a little more scarce because we have to get so many people involved and we got to get so many musicians that it's more of like an event and a show. But when we do stuff with Max, I mean, like we'll go and we'll tear down a club, and that's like one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah.
So it's a really different environment. And I love playing Max's Freewheelin' Soul, but we played Harley's. Yeah, that's what it was called. Yeah, we played this place called Harley's pretty recently, and we did a solo set with Max, and we did some of his songs coming up on his newest EP coming out, and then some songs that are coming out on another project of his too. It was a great time.
It had socially distanced tabling, and we actually sold the place out, which was super cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
And no, one of the things I love about these guys is I come to them with my like singer songwriter like soft rock stuff, but when we play live shows, we're like almost a jam band. Like halfway through the show, I go to Quinn, I'm like, hey, I want you to play as many 16th notes as you can straight, and everybody cut out. And he just played like about like a full minute of just like 16th notes over the beat, which if you play bass, like, that's insane. If you're like, if the BPM's like this, and he's playing like that's insane to not lose tempo. And he pulled it off and the place went crazy. And it's just like live moments like that are kind of what you live for as a musician. So it's good to have one of those again.
Do you guys have any of those documented, on video or available anywhere to see?
On our TikTok, we posted like some
videos
like
from that, but we do
only 2 different events.
we
I think,
do
on
have
TikTok.
videos from that show. Yeah, we do have some videos from that show.
There's one up there of me doing the George Benson thing, singing my solo, which is I love to do that at live shows.
Nice, nice.
Good jazz thing.
Yeah, it's awesome when he does that.
Cool. When you have the whole album out, maybe we'll get you guys back on, because one thing I like to do, the songs I play on the show, if they're on Spotify, I add them to my Spotify playlist for the show, you know, so that'd be cool. I think the one we already played, Hopelessly Devoted, that is on Spotify? Or is
Yeah.
that-
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, so I can add that one to the playlist. So
Awesome.
that'll be on
Appreciate it.
there. But it'd be cool to get your new stuff on there when that comes
Yeah,
out.
no, we would absolutely love to come back and talk more about the new record when it's like getting more ready to release. Because like we said, we have 3 singles that are coming out with it. One of which we sent you, Go Fix Yourself.
You sent me Go Fix Yourself. So
Mhm.
and we kind of talked about that. So I can play that one next if you guys are up for that.
Perfect. Yeah, of course.
All right. Well, let's do that. And speaking of new singles, not to like, you know, do another mid-roll ad, but I have a new single coming out
Keep 'em
April
coming.
6th.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Slade,
it called?
new single.
Canceled. It's called Canceled.
Canceled. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Here, you can use this. What's up, everybody? It's the Whips. Everybody, go listen to G Slade's new single, Canceled. It's a banger. Do it.
Hardly knew her.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah, it comes out on April 6th, which is also my birthday. So I
Nice.
get canceled on
Nice. Yeah,
I get
man.
canceled on my birthday. And I stole that idea from another guest, Katie Dwyer. She put out an EP on her birthday, and you guys can hear that episode in the archives at gsladeshow.com. And we're going to play this new single called
Awesome.
Go Fix Yourself. Another one featuring Lucy Brock. I feel like you guys are a little biased with the songs you sent me here.
Maybe.
Your other guest may be like, hey, what's up with all the Lucy?
I might get a
um,
call from Aiden here soon. From Aiden wondering what's up.
We'll have to get them in on the next one.
Yeah, definitely. That would be awesome.
Because I'm definitely not against a return guests. I've had, I think, 2 shows with return guests.
We would
I
love
would
to.
say
We would love to be
absolutely.
another. We'd love to be a third. It would be awesome.
All right, we're gonna play "Go Fix Yourself" featuring Lucy Brock, who I hope I can get on the show as well, because she sounds very talented and interesting. So
Yeah.
let's play this. "Go Fix Yourself" by the Whips. We'll be right back.
I still remember when I tried to make it mine. Let up manipulate and you took all my fights, but it's fine. Yeah, I'm fine. I hope your day is better, hope your day is best. That's what I said before you went and fucked your ex, but that's all. Yeah, that's all. I hope the next one gets you. Really knows what they're in for. I'm trying to fix you, but that's all. So go and fix yourself. All the work that I put in for years, our fights, our sex, my lonely nights, my blood, my sweat, my tears. Not for her. I hope the next one gets you. Really knows what they're in for. Now I'm trying to fix you, but that's all. Oh yeah, I hope the next one gets you. Really knows what they're in for. Now I'm trying to fix you, but that's all. So go and fix yourself. I hope your day is better, hope your day is better. That's what I said before you went and fucked your ex. Now that's all. Yeah, that's all.
And you weren't playing around with the keys in that one.
No, sir. I was literally just telling him as I was playing how much I liked those keys.
Yeah, it's real easy to do that badly and very good, hard to do it correctly, but that was pretty good. I enjoyed that because sometimes it's just like too much, but that was pretty good.
Thanks.
Mr.
You know,
Piano Man. I wrote down all these
he-
nicknames. So.
He wouldn't tell you this because he's probably the most humble one of us. But I think if you asked any of us, like, who the best musician was at like our individual thing, I guarantee you we'd all say this guy. Yeah, I get. Yeah, see, that's what he says. But no, but I get. But he no, but he like is definitely the best out of all of us. This dude.
We were trying out people
shreds.
to play piano in the band, and you know,
Not even for the band. We were trying out people to go because we're going on a tour
Yeah.
to promote
Max,
his
yeah.
newest album or his newest EP coming out soon.
By the way, 4 of those songs are on Spotify and Apple Music if you want to peep them out. But
Where?
that's
How do I look him up? How do I find him?
It's under Max Indivari, so MAX and then like IND should get you there.
There you go. But yeah, he is such a killer. And yeah, sorry. So we were auditioning other people, some people to go on tour with us.
Yeah.
Now you can finish this.
And-
I had to get you off
And
that.
we had some people lined up, and they were amazing and wonderfully talented.
They're all
themselves.
killers.
Yeah,
on
no,
the
they were
keys.
great.
Yeah.
No, everyone was great.
Yeah, and so we were telling them, we're like, hey, unless this last guy we try out is like an absolute fiend, like a monster, like the reincarnation of Billy Joel, we'll hire you. And then we tried out Coop,
And then
and he was
and
an absolute monster.
and now we're here sitting in this interview as the Whips with him here now. So
Yeah.
not only
Nice.
you could say he did pretty good.
Thanks.
No-
Thanks,
blew us
guys.
yeah, he blew,
away.
he absolutely rocked
He
Thank you.
absolutely
our minds. Anyway,
Thanks.
and so ever immediately we were like, screw the tour. Like, we'll still come, not screw the tour. You're coming with us, but like, you're just a part of the Whips now. And he was
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah,
Just
no,
like,
yeah.
sure.
I mean, I've always wanted to be part of a band, and in high school, you can't find anyone because a lot of people these days. I mean, I don't know. Like Max is the best guitarist I've ever met in my life. Like, I mean, I always say like, I mean, I've always tried to meet a guitarist who could play by ear, and he's like the first one I've ever met that could actually do that.
Mm.
So I mean, everyone in this band like has so much potential. Like, yeah, it's insane.
Can't relate. Can't relate. I don't play by ear.
Oh.
I'm so rudimentary. I'll play something and then write down the frets, and then I'm like, all right, well, I'll look at the note on like a picture. I'm like, okay, well, that was a F and whatnot. I can at least stay within like a scale, you know. I'd be like, well, I'm gonna do this in D minor, and you know,
These
go for
two, I mean, like we'll make Whip Talks where like our big like series on our Whip Talk is a series we do called Call and Response, where
Yeah.
these two will by ear 100% improvise
spot.
on the spot. They'll play a riff. It's a game. They'll play it. One of them will play a riff, and the other one will have to match it by ear on the spot. And if they don't get it perfectly, the other person will get a point. And the crazy part about it is the score is usually like 1-0. I mean, these two like are hard pressed to find some videos of these two messing up. I mean, like they're pretty good. You could say.
Thanks.
Nice. I feel like I should go find some stems or something and play them and be like, all right, what notes am I playing?
I bet he could.
Where's the?
Oh, the acoustics is not in. Yeah, we don't have we had an acoustic in
There we
this
go.
room,
Yeah,
but
really, where's the you? You mean the you?
it's super out of tune, I think.
Sing something.
I don't know any.
Somewhere over the rainbow.
It's just so.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, it's kind of out of tune.
Yeah. Wow.
Damn.
Impressive.
Damn.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow, that was.
I've never
so
seen him pull
good.
out a ukulele before. Where did that come from? That's what I want to know. I don't.
I've been practicing. I was
There's some
ready.
pretty
Where are you keeping that?
amazing ukulele players out
I
there.
don't think. I don't want to
You don't
know.
wanna
Let's see. I don't know. Usually I have to tweak my my DAW to play through Zoom, but let me see if I can get this to work. Because I'm just intrigued now, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Where's your
Right.
I don't even know what song this is. I just opened a project.
Oh, are you gonna test him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, you're being tested now. You're being
I'm being
tested.
tested?
You're both being tested.
Now, granted, this is gonna be like heavily distorted shit. You know what I mean? I don't even know what riff this is, so if it's weird, just go with it.
Next bite year.
Let me see. Let me know if you can hear this or not. Could you hear that? Oh, wow.
So yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's impressive.
Nice.
Yeah. Get more. Get here. Get more in here. Yeah, get in here.
All right. I think I got another
Dying
one.
over here.
Yep.
Let me play another one. Hang on.
Yeah, let's go again. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I didn't hear your side because my guitars are so loud.
No, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. Like something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty close. I didn't know what these riffs were before I played them. I just kind of opened up a project.
He's good. He's good.
See, the secret is if you just stay on one
On one string.
one string, it's like a guitar.
Nice.
Sorry, I didn't know I could do that.
Sorry, I didn't
know I could do
that.
It's fascinating. I feel like I have to play another one. I
Do
don't even
it. Let's see if he goes 3 for 3.
see. In February, I do this challenge called FALM, February Album Writing Month, and I wrote like 19 songs. So I got a bunch of projects that are, some done, some not, but riffs everywhere, right? From stuff we did during FALM.
Nice. That's a good project. No, the more you can just write like as many songs as possible, the better you'll get. Like that's how we kind of did Wrote Never Change, is like we got together and we wrote or we took 2 months and just wrote as much as we could. And like I think my songwriting in that time got immensely better just because I was taking so much time, like no idea was off the table. I mean, like, because something I might not like, he may like, or vice versa. Because I had this one riff that I wrote that I was like positive that I wanted in the record, and I brought it to all of them, and they were like, "No, I don't know, we don't really like it." It was like this indie one that was only.
It sounded a lot like Coin, I think was what it was.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, it did. But I mean, writing is all about. I think is trial and error is the main one.
Oh yeah, mostly error, and then you
Mostly
figure it out.
error. No, especially when you're first starting out, it is mostly error.
I've produced hundreds of songs that all suck.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I mean, every artist has. If somebody puts out a 10-track album, I mean, that's 10 out of 30. There was 20 that didn't make it, and you'll never hear about it again, except for some obscure super fan that just has all the crazy demos and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or on the G Slade podcast, maybe.
All right, look, I'm about to test you again. I think this is a riff. Hang on, let me play it.
Yeah. Nice.
And then the last riff was like.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Pretty good. I'm gonna quit testing you. I'm a believer.
3,
I'm a
4, 3.
believer.
That's what I'm talking about.
Noise.
That's my
noise.
man, right? That's my fighter right there. Getting him hyped for the ring.
You can see my stuff's very loud and distorted. That's how I like it. You can't hear my mistakes as much.
Of course, nothing wrong with that. I mean, loud distorted guitars just as good.
Yeah, I do it for fun. You know, I have no illusion of like touring and paying the bills with money, but man, it's such a passionate hobby. That's why I like talking to all these bands, you know.
Yeah.
For one, my stuff's gotten better because this is like the 49th or 50th episode of the show. You know?
I'm sure you're able to pull like different, like you mentioned that you pull a lot of different things from artists, and I'm sure talking to like people and getting their different perspectives, I'm sure you can pick up a lot from that. That would be a really useful skill, yeah.
Whether it's mixing a device, marketing, promotion, you know, engineering, you know, I didn't even know what the hell a DSP was until I was talking to Daniel Holsinger. He was like, yeah, you get that, and it corrects the acoustics in your room so your monitors aren't tricking your ear because your room might. Because are you guys familiar with that? It's like a thing that learns the acoustics in your room and corrects your audio output. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah.
I don't think I have heard of that.
Those are awesome.
It's pretty cool. So you can buy this mic that actually measures the sound, and then it's software. It's actually what's in our phones and everything. It's how our phones recognize our voices and things like that. And you can use it in a studio format by the way it corrects like your monitors. So you know you have like your two left and right monitors when you're recording. Yeah. But if you're in a room that's not necessarily like professionally treated or whatever, you may have a weird sound that you don't even know is weird, you know.
Yeah.
And the DSP corrects it. And yeah, that was just like one episode, and that was one really cool thing to pick up. And then other people are like, you know, here's how you promote better. Here what works for Spotify. I had a guy who knew a lot about getting his songs in the movies and TV shows and whatnot, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Were you able to take anything from us?
Well, the TikTok stuff was pretty fascinating. I like, I don't know if I'll be any better at TikTok now, but it's inspiring to know it's possible. And hey, if nothing else, having you guys, you know, as another friend of the show and like associated artist.
Of course.
You know.
No, of course. Yeah. We've actually had a really great time. We would love to come back again, like you said, anytime.
Did you guys even know we've been talking for an hour and a half?
I think so, yeah, but it's
felt like a minute, you know.
It feels like
it goes so fast.
Did you guys want me to play any of this solo stuff from Max?
You absolutely can.
You can play Don't You Say is the most recent one. It's got a vocal feature by the incredible Isabella Kloster, who's this amazing like Winehouse like contralto vocal.
And what's kind of the background on this song?
Well, this song, like I said, my solo stuff is more serious, and so this song's about infidelity, and specifically about how I kept noticing that a lot of my friends who I heard were getting cheated on were a lot better looking than their partners, and you know, like Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce, Ashton Kutcher cheated on Demi Moore, like all these gorgeous people keep getting messed around on. So this is my love song to the people who got fucked up by that, and how it has nothing to do with them or how beautiful they are. Just some people have issues and need to work their shit out.
True that. You know, I sound like the old man, but I'm like, you guys are too young to be worrying about all this.
That's why I love a lot of his stuff. It's, I mean, like I think he's got like this mind that is songwriting wise very mature for where we are in life.
Right on.
I love that about him. Yeah.
I mean, I can't say anything. When I was 20, I already had my third kid.
Damn.
So,
Dang,
yeah.
How was that? How was raising a kid at 20?
Not easy.
Yeah, that sounds hard, man.
Yeah, I had my first kid at 17, second at 18, third at 20. And I didn't have another one until I was 27. And then I wasn't going to have any more, but then I married Jess. Shout out to Jess. Lovely wife. Shout out to Jess. She has two amazing daughters, so now I have two more. But
that's very
it definitely made me feel old. I have 3 kids older than, no, I have 2 kids older than all of you, and
Nice.
the rest of them are in the range. So I got 20, 21, 20, 18, 17, 16, and 11.
That whole age range on there.
Yeah, so no, doing that at 20 was tough. So I definitely wouldn't recommend you guys jumping into parenthood anytime soon.
I mean, we've just been focusing on our music as much as we possibly can.
Yeah. No, that's great. I can't say I'd change anything if I go back, because obviously my kids are awesome.
Of
Like
course,
that's my
yeah.
entire universe. But it definitely limits your options, because you can only do so many things well. You know?
Yeah.
And so if you want to be a really good parent, you kind of have to, push some of your stuff to the side. And
Yeah. So it's a commitment. I mean, it's the biggest
Right, right.
commitment you can make in your whole life. I feel like.
And yeah, being a parent's been great. It's been awesome. But I'm like, yeah, are y'all in college yet? I'm kind of tired of this. But no, they're awesome. But anyway, we're talking about the backstory of Don't You Stay. So we're gonna play that. And how do you pronounce that last name, Max?
In the very beginning.
In the very beginning, there was Max. All right. All right. That's a pretty spiffy picture of you there too. I like that shirt and that Fender.
Appreciate it. It's a great guitar.
All right. Yeah. My second guitar was a Fender. First was
We love
PV.
ourselves a Strat.
Yeah,
In
of
this
course.
band, we're pretty much a Fender band.
Yeah, we are a Fender band. Big
Fender,
time.
please sponsor us.
Please, please, Fender.
Hey, you get big enough, they will. All right, we're gonna play it. We'll be right back. This is "Don't You Stay" by Max Indeveri.
You were always so damn pretty, like a dying star. But that cosmic radiation, well, it don't go far. And I know you were young before him took the glimmer out your eye. And it's such a shame to see young eyes cry. So don't you stay. I got shit to do. Run away before you see the truth. Don't you stay. It was never you. Run away before we lose what we grew.
You were never perfect, but baby, if you were, seems like every patch of fair skin would come with a curse. Everybody now wanna hurt you, but wanna keep you down, 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 down.
Where there's smoke, there's fire, but you gotta see it for yourself. And I know you're tired, but the rest will bring you no help.
Don't you stay. I got shit to do. Run away before you see the truth. Don't you stay. It was never you. Run away before we lose what we grew.
All right, man, it's good. I dig it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Good
It's
stuff.
so-
Another great featured voice on there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
killing it.
yeah.
Nice.
Paul Coster.
Well, I added that to the show's playlist while it was playing, and I went and added what's her face? What's the
Hope we
first
played
song?
it out. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Added that as well.
Appreciate it.
And then when the other ones on Spotify that we played, Go Fix Yourself, that lands on Spotify. Obviously, I'll add that.
We'll shoot you a text the second it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, hey man,
30 second.
In
Do it.
the second.
yeah, you put it on there, or we're gonna have you shadow ban.
Yeah. No, not.
Well, man, time flies when you're having fun, man.
Yeah.
It truly does.
Hour
huh?
and 40 minutes later. I've had some shows go like 3 hours, man, because especially if it's somebody I already knew in the past, like an artist I knew.
Oh yeah, you just talk. You can just
Reminisce.
talk for hours. I'm sure.
Yeah, I started collaborating on the internet in '08. So some of those people, when they've come on the show, we've known each other 13 years. It's like,
Oh my gosh.
You were
just
kind of
canon-
ahead of the curve on that, collaborating
Yeah.
on music on the internet in 08.
Yeah.
yeah. And I have FAWM.org to thank for that, FAWM.org. It's a free music writing challenge, really more of an experience. If you go on there, I mean, it's not an exaggeration to say it changed most of our lives on there, the ones that really participate, because the community is unlike what the internet is. The worst of the internet is what everybody talks about, the cyberbullying and just everybody flaming each other and all that. FAWM's like the opposite of that. If someone doesn't have anything to say that's supportive, they just keep it to themselves. Everybody's really supportive and really helpful to each other. And they're like, well, how much feedback do you want? Do you want the critical feedback? Do you want a pat on the back? Like whatever works for you, we're going to do it. Really great people run it. One of the founders, this guy named Burr Settles, is into machine learning. He actually is a big time dude over at Duolingo, that app.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah.
So I was actually on the beta. I got to do the beta of Duolingo because he was like, hey, you guys, I'm working on this app. And this is like back in, I don't know, 10 or 11. I don't know what year it was. And he's like, here's this app, Duolingo. I was like, that sounds weird, but okay.
That's cool.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Does he have any stories behind the push notifications that are like really creepy? That are like, we noticed you
I don't
haven't
know.
studied Spanish in 2 days. We know where you live.
That little creepy owl. So yeah, if you pull it down, the owl just keeps coming out. If you like, how you can drag the app down from the top, like you're going to refresh an app, you drag it from the top. Well, if you just hold it, like most of the owl comes out of the top. But
That's adorable.
yeah, I'm trying to get him on the show. He's a very busy dude. He's like a PhD machine learning type of guy. Fun musician too. So if he comes on the show, I'll be sure to ask if he's behind the creepy notifications.
Yes.
But Yeah, he likes to use us as guinea pigs. He's like, hey, we all take a survey about the site, and he'll put up stats. And I think he's done like dissertations on the FOM community and all that. You guys should sign up at some point, you know?
Yeah, might just yeah, just might have to.
It sounds
yeah.
like everybody should sign up.
It does apparently, yeah.
I'm telling you, it's great. That's where I started doing the collaborations, and they're international. The guy I collaborate with the most is in Winnipeg, Canada, but I've collaborated all the way to Australia and, you know, Amsterdam, Belgium.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
That's where eventually. I mean,
The new single coming out on April 6th, Canceled, features a guy named World's Not Great, and he lives in Barbados. So another international collab, another one.
nice. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
But anyway, what's on the immediate horizon for the Whips?
I mean, our debut EP, Never Change or Do, set to release this summer. I mean, we're releasing 3 singles along with it. So Go Fix Yourself would be our first, coming out pretty damn soon. I mean, we haven't
Well, it came out tonight, kind of.
I
because-
guess it I guess it did, but officially it'll
That's a
come
G
out.
Slade exclusive.
Yeah, that's more. I think that's a G Slade exclusive right there. But
It's a flex.
it will officially release via us.
We'll definitely have a couple local shows here and there, especially once COVID restrictions lighten up a little bit.
Yeah, and we're working on a tour for Max's new project
This
coming
summer
out.
as well.
We're heading out to New
Nice.
York, baby.
Speaking
Yes.
of, I guess
The
Max. I mean,
Delancey.
and Max has a new project called Sharing Is Hard coming out soon too.
Yeah,
Are
coming
you
out.
sure you want to go to New York?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we just for the experience, we want to peep it. We'll see what it looks like COVID wise, but Fauci says April and everybody's got it, but we'll see what's up.
Yeah, are you guys? I don't know what states are doing what. Are you guys able to access the vaccine at your young age?
Yeah, I think yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
we're very close on. A lot of my friends are getting vaccinated, so
Yeah,
it's just
I
a
know a few
matter of
people
time.
today.
My entire family is vaccinated. at
Are they
this point.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, we're working on it. I've gotten my first one.
There you
It
go.
kind of freaked me out though, because have you seen the zombie movie 28 Days Later?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I have.
Well, it's the best zombie movie of all time. You should definitely watch it. But I got my first vaccine, and they're like, "All right, you got to come back 28 days later," and I was like, "Oh shit."
Oh, is that when he wakes up? Is that the one where he wakes up in the hospital and he goes out into London and it's like abandoned?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I have seen that. Maybe
you
I have seen
have
that movie.
film
Okay,
major
no,
over
maybe I
here.
have seen that one.
Yeah, it's awesome. It turns into like this. It's almost like this European artsy film for like part of it, and then it turns into like this dark, like fucking zombie video game scene at the end. It gets all dark, and people are in a dark mansion killing each other. It's
I'll have to check that one out again. I haven't seen it in a while.
Band movie night.
Yeah, band movie night. Yeah,
28
of
days
course.
later.
well, it's my favorite zombie movie next to Shaun of the Dead, of course.
Oh, Shaun of the Dead's
Classic.
probably my favorite. Shaun of the Dead. I was
Right.
waiting. for you to
28
say that
Days
one.
is my favorite, like serious zombie movie.
Right.
Shaun of the Dead is great. Zombie Land, obviously, but
Oh,
I don't
Oh,
really.
I love
It's so
Zombieland.
good.
Zombieland 2
Right.
was so disappointing though.
See, I try not to see sequels. Like 28 Weeks Later was probably one of the worst zombie movies I've ever
Oh, was there a
seen.
28 weeks
28
later?
weeks later, that was a real thing.
Eesh.
Not worth it. If you accidentally watch it, I mean, try to unwatch it. I don't know, but
If we accidentally watch it, we'll try
Yeah.
and we'll make sure to burn it out of our brains.
28 Days Later, though, highly recommend it. And yeah, so anyway, that was my little side story about the vaccine, because they're like, you gotta come back 28 days later. And I was like, oh man, that feels weird. Anyway, I've heard the second one is the one that gets you. Like the first one, I didn't really have any like effects, but I hear the second one, you're supposed to feel that one a little bit.
Well, I suppose we shall see, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't
Now,
made it there yet.
I don't know if they have it in Kansas, but I know there's that single shot vaccine too coming out. I think Johnson & Johnson's doing
Oh,
that.
yeah, I don't
J
think
and J. I've had a few friends who got the old J and J, and
the old J&J.
Sounds like a
were feeling
favor.
Like one day,
Yeah. My mom's a teacher, so she got that
yeah,
one
there
as
you
well.
go.
but at the end of the day, if you can get the vaccine, get it. There's no microchips. We pinky promise.
Here's your
Wink.
microchip right here, man.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
like, come on, people. I don't know how this turned into a public service announcement, but this show, you never know what's going to happen on the G Slade show.
Yes,
And
sir.
check out all the other great experiences at gsladeshow.com. Literally hours, guys. If you guys are into podcasts and have a road trip, throw that podcast on and you'll hear some great artists and
Tour season.
Tour season, yes.
Sponsored
by
When
G-Slade.
we're sponsored by G Slade, we'll be in the car blasting it.
If you know anywhere in northern Kentucky that would give us a place to sleep, we'll slap a G Slade sticker on our tour bus.
well, what part of Kentucky? Because the corporation I work for, I can't identify, but they're based in Louisville.
Let me find the place.
Do we have the show booked?
I mean, yeah, it's a very, very informal as of right now.
Oh, okay.
Is
Like-
Couch Surf still a site?
Oh, that might be helpful. No,
I've
we
never
haven't
heard of
checked
that site. What's
Although in, I guess, pandemic times, that might be a little taboo.
Oh yeah.
Very much.
I mean, I guess it's that app sounds kind of self-explanatory. Is it like just an app you can crash on people's couches, something like that?
Mhm.
That's pretty cool, actually.
It's like two-way classifieds. You look for couches and you can offer your couch. Like I've hosted people and it was cool. They were like these bikers, not like vroom bikers, but like cyclists
Yeah.
with like tents on their backpack and shit. And, they're like biking across the country and they came in the house to shower. I told them they could sleep inside, but they didn't want to. They put their tents out in the yard and it was kind of cool. I mean, I couldn't do that now. I was single. Or not single, but divorced, and my kids weren't there, so I wasn't worried about like my family interacting with strangers or nothing. But yeah, they crashed in the backyard. Really nice people.
That sounds pretty like a cool experience. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never used it as a couch surfer myself, but
All right, so this place is called Fink's Pub, and it's in Park Hills, Kentucky. It's mainly, here's the deal, when you're booking a tour and you're going all the days, you got to find somewhere that's going to let you play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, as well as like the normal dates. Since Fink's is going to be our Monday, but if you know anywhere in Kentucky.
Park Hills, Kentucky.
Yeah.
So on the map, I'm looking at the map right now, and oh, that's near Cincinnati. Okay. Yeah, that's very far away from anywhere I know, man. I'm actually in Mississippi, so if you're ever coming through Mississippi, I might be able to help you out. But
Absolutely. Keep that in mind.
the Cincinnati, Ohio region, I'm not really my area of influence, not my sphere of influence, Pretty much anywhere between Vicksburg, Mississippi, and Birmingham, Alabama, that I could probably hook you up.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The I-20 corridor. If you guys are going from like Dallas to Atlanta or something like that,
Yeah, cool.
But
We'll have to hit you up. Look into that.
And like I said, I got family in St. Joe. If you're ever over there,
Oh, yeah, you
Who
good
knows?
stuff. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
But I guess you guys probably all have family in KC, huh?
Yeah, we're all KC
So-
boys.
Oh,
I like St. Joe though because it's like it has a little bit of the big city vibe, but it's like just concentrated and it's not sprawling, right? You got a little bit, and then but it's kind of like cozy, historic, and
Yeah. God,
kinda
I've been growing up downtown Kansas City for too long, so I've gotten too used to the big bustling city.
I like
just
downtown
loud.
KC. I
yeah,
went.
it's fine.
I saw Def Leppard there just a couple of years ago. Whenever they were there, like the most recent.
Do you remember where they played?
What's
Was it a
the?
place called the Uptown?
No, it was
Or
the arena
the
in
Sprint
KC.
Center, probably. Oh, an arena.
Oh, was it Kemper? Maybe.
Well, no, I think it was Sprint.
Oh, okay, yeah, they'd probably play Sprint Center.
Yeah, because I ate at I always
Power and
forget.
Light, maybe.
Nah, the yard
Yard
house.
Oh, the yard.
Yard Barn.
Yeah, Yard Barn.
Yeah.
No, yard house, I think. Right?
I don't-
They have all the tap beer and really high ceilings.
I think that's the yard barn. I think it might be the yard barn, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, it's
I think it's called the yard house. Hang on, like we have Google. Why are we speculating, right? I just look it up.
that's what Google's for.
Yard house, Casey. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Yeah, it's the yard house. It's on.
We
I
got
got
showed
that.
up on our own.
The yard
hometown.
house owner is gonna be so pissed at you guys when you watch
You
this.
know, when we say, "Hey, yard house, can we Can we book a show? Don't you? Aren't you looking for the Yard Barn?
I've never heard of the Yard Barn, but it sounds great. Most
just-
barns are in yards, so that makes sense. Now it's the Yard House. It's on Main Street. So if that tells you anything, don't know.
I'll check it out.
Have you guys been up to Indianapolis?
We're trying to go this summer. That's on our. We're just doing a straight line from St. Louis to New York. So if you got any indie places,
Well,
Illinois
I don't know anybody there, but I was going to say on your way there, right outside of Indianapolis, there's a whole Doctor Who store.
Oh, whoa,
man,
that's-
we can go check out the TARDIS.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's a TARDIS you can get a picture of, like next to. And I got like an official cosplay jacket of the 12th Doctor and like wear it to work. And they're like, "Oh, you're Harry Potter today," and I'm like, "Close enough, whatever." It's all British.
Sounds like
right?
a good time, yeah.
But anyway, guys, it's been almost 2 hours. I really appreciate you guys giving me the time. I think it's been a great show.
Of course, man. Thank you so much for having
Thanks
us.
for having
And
us.
don't-
Thank you
if
so
you
much.
ever need anything, don't hesitate to
Yeah,
reach out. We'd
we'll
love to
stay in
come
touch.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have any like parting words for your rabid fan base?
Never Change or Do coming out in this summer. Look out.
ready for
Yeah,
it.
look out for our new singles. Go Fix Yourself. Heard it here on G Slade's podcast, but it will be out officially very soon. So keep your eyes on that.
And we're gonna
Very
go eat
soon.
some canes.
Very
Yes.
soon.
Yeah.
Specifically this summer.
Specifically this summer.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks everybody. This is G Slade's Indie Music Showcase. We've been talking to the Whips. We've had a great time. See you next time. Bye, everybody. Peace out.
See you guys.